I only wear flowers on special occasions. Today is one such occasion because I'm about to turn that carnation into a water pistol. To do that, I'll need several other things, and one of them is a small plastic squeeze bottle. This was once a bottle of detergent. It's empty, it's been rinsed out and refilled with clean water. And you can see I've done something to the cap. I removed it, placed it on the bench, and very carefully with the point of the scissors made a small round hole. Now I did that very carefully and I kept checking it until I found that it was just a little bit smaller than the diameter of this plastic tubing. Plastic tubing can be bought cheaply from a craft store for a few cents. And you'll notice that the length of plastic tubing goes from the flower down to my side pocket. And in a moment it'll be underneath my jumper so you won't see it. Before I do that, however, something else I must do with the plastic tubing, and that's restrict the size of the opening at one end. To do that, what you do is take a piece of eraser and cut a little plug from it, there we are, and then jam that in one end so that it blocks about 3/4 of the opening. Well, you can see I've done that. That means that any water coming through the tubing will be forced out in a jet. And what I'm about to do, as I said, is to make this into a water pistol, and I want it to squirt as far as possible. Now the next thing I have to do is actually insert that tubing into the flower. That's really quite easy to do if you use a flower such as a carnation, because you can conceal the tubing. First of all, you'll need to slice down through the flower by carefully poking the scissors through there and just cutting through the petals, there we are, down to the base of the flower. And then you can insert the tubing up through that slice until it emerges somewhere near the centre of the flower. Now if you choose the colour of your tubing carefully, for example by using clear tubing or green tubing as I have, or tubing which is the same as the colour of the petals, chances are your victim won't see it. There we are. You'll notice that I'm crimping some aluminium foil around the stem of the flower and the tubing. There we are, so it's hardly noticeable. Now the next thing to do is to thread that tubing down through your jumper. Now my jumper has an open weave so I can push the tubing down there without damaging the material. Keep pushing it through till you find it down the other end. Pull it all the way down so that the tubing is almost concealed, and then using a safety pin put the flower back in position and then start working on the other end. Now the first thing you'll need to do there, of course, is to push the tubing through the lid of the bottle, pull enough through so that it goes almost to the bottom of the bottle, and then screw the bottle onto the lid. There we are, and the whole thing should fit into your side pocket. There we are, there. Now make sure there are no kinks in the tubing. It's hidden by your jumper or sweater. Put your hand around the bottle and wait for a victim to come and smell your flower. Hello, Rob. I have a carnation. Like to smell it?
Splendid. Thank you.
So it is a water pistol, but not a very accurate one. I'd have trouble hitting Rob at a distance of 2 metres.